Hello everybody, how are you? We're continuing the series of videos about communities around Pittsburgh, and this video is going to be about Mount Oliver, a very interesting community, one of the older communities on the south side of Pittsburgh, and not always named Mount Oliver. Just a fascinating provenance on this situation, and I learned this from a guy that was at the Home Depot. He was buying boards. He's refinishing his basement. I had to buy a couple screws to try to bolt my the roof back on my car, and I used some soldering iron and some duct tape. And he started talking about Mount Oliver. He said, you should do a video on that. He heard me talking to my agent on the phone about these videos. He said, you should do one on Mount Oliver. So he told me all about it. I'm going to share with you what he said. Now, Mount Oliver was founded in 1849, but it was settled in 1820. So it's one of the older communities on the south side of Pittsburgh. If you get through that area, you'll see it's very rolling. And of course, you know, it's one of the taller peaks in the area, but there was a series of peaks that were almost as tall. Mount Oliver is probably 5,000 feet above sea level, but there were a number of peaks on that southern range south of Pittsburgh, probably 7 or 8 mountains that all had the same thing in common, and that's that they were growing olives. And Mount Oliver was the headquarters, the big daddy of them all, and that's why its original name, Mount Olive, was so important, because the olive trade in Pittsburgh has carved out a niche in the industry for very expensive, very tasty, high-quality olives in a region that you would not believe actually grew olives. But the unique topography and climate here, with cool autumns, frigid winters, and sweltering heat of summers that make you want to jump in the nearest lake without any clothes on, that unique climate has created these olives that guys back in the 1800s, they were selling around the world as they do today, but it was a new industry. And people couldn't get enough of them. So today, the olive business south of Pittsburgh is not as big as it used to be back in the 1800s, 1700s. But it's still a niche olive taste and quality that cannot be duplicated anywhere else in the world. That's why in some high-class restaurants and bars, when you order a martini, they will place a placard next to your drink that says, "Inside your martini, we took the honor of providing Pittsburgh olives." And martini drinkers in the know realize they are using the best olives possible, or at least in the top 3 olive growing regions in the world. And Mount Olive is still Mount Oliver, originally Mount Olive, is still the king. The reason they changed it to Mount Oliver was in honor of the original grower there, named Oliver, and when he died, they petitioned the state to change the name of the community from Mount Olive to Mount Oliver, and that's the way it's been ever since. Guys, this has been another Joe Ditzel parody. If you know more about this information, give us a call, get on the Twitter, get on the Googler. Let us know. Come back for more videos. We got so many more things to do. Go back. Come back. Yeah, it's a party.